You do all right.
Yeah, it is something.
All right. Well, we'll get started. So we've been starting with things that build us up. So things that are strengthening moments, because I think the concept is, I think Jewishly, that we share our strength with other people so that they can get healthier. Which is it. Some take that very mystically, or sometimes it's as simple as when we share our positives and our the good things that are going on in our lives, if it makes us feel happier, or if we even share that with the people who are ill at the moment, that can hopefully raise their spirits and make them stronger. So are there things that are good that are going on in your lives? Susan, I'll call on you first, and then we can go to Phyllis if there is something.
Yes, it's really good. There's only the three of us because there's a bunch of good stuff that's been going on in my life.
Yeah, good. Share.
And that is like awesome. I got my first COVID shot on Saturday. So, right,
Awesome.
I'm halfway there.
That's great.
Even more awesome for me, as you know, Josh, Phyllis had really kindly, foolishly allowed my ex-husband to live with me for a couple of months. That turned into 7.
7?
Yeah, right. Just one before 8. Yeah. And it was not a good decision for reasons that were not mine. But he's gone, and that's what counts. And
it was a mitzvah, though. You get lots of mitzvah points.
I think I'm good for the next couple of years.
Yes.
So that's I've talked a lot about it with a therapist, and it's like, it's not just that getting out of my place is a new start for him. It's a new start for me. This is like one of those times in your life when you wake up in the morning and say, this is a whole new world, and I get to choose what I'm going to do with it now.
Yeah.
So that's been pretty exhilarating for me. So those are my 2 really good things. And it does look like there is a light at the end of the COVID tunnel.
Yeah, I agree.
That's pretty awesome for all of us.
Yeah.
Are you still working?
I am. The library closed for 3 months at the very beginning. Then we opened first just for outdoor pickup, and now we've been full service except for programming, live programming, since July, I think, Phyllis. So yeah, just normal stuff.
I think we've only been reopened for about a month.
Akron was really kind of extraordinary in that regard. And I know a lot of places reclosed about December when the peak hit again. And we never did. We just kind of charged on, despite some apprehension on the part of those of us who work there. But
has it been busier? I'm curious, because has the library been busier? Because the reason I ask is we are using the library a lot more because we're home more, and our kids are going through books faster, and Carrie too uses the library for books a lot. And so we're going to the library twice as much as we ever did before, at least. I'm curious if we're outliers.
You're outliers, but you're not completely alone. I think there's a whole group of people that is doing just that, coming in more, getting more out when they borrow.
Yeah.
I think there are lots of people that are using the library more, but they're doing ebooks. So it's not obvious that they're using the library more. And then a whole lot of people that are still doing outside pickup because that's what they feel comfortable with.
Yeah, that's what we were doing for a while. I think now we still do pickup, but I mean, they don't go search the shelves, but we request it, and then we go, like, the stacks have been getting bigger each time.
I understand. Me too. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, I think hopefully it's good for libraries, because I know that was a struggle for a while.
Yeah.
I remember what happened last year. Okay, my birthday is March 12th, and on the 13th, the whole world shut down.
Oh, yeah.
We're at the table listening to the radio, and I heard them say that day at 6:00, the libraries were going to close. And I thought, so I grabbed like the 5 books I had. I went, I took them back, and I picked up a few more. And there were these people like with massive amounts of books. And I said to this woman, what are you doing? And she said, if my kids are going to be home for 3 weeks, I have got to have things for them to read. And I thought about that the other day. I thought 3 weeks.
Yeah, 12 months. Try 12 months.
Yeah, right. Oh,
Yeah.
it was insane that last day, just
Yeah.
insane.
Oh, I'm
And,
sure.
and they ended up with those items for, 4 months,
Yeah, sure.
longer for
Crazy.
some people. But yeah, that was crazy. It
Oh.
was crazy.
Phyllis, what about you? What's good going on in your world?
I don't know. Everybody's
Good,
everybody's healthy. I've had both shots.
good.
I'm getting my car detailed today.
Oh, that's very nice, actually.
And I don't know, we talk about Lois and all the things that she can do, but I think one of my strengths is I'm organized. And like when I took the computer in the other day, they wanted, he told me to send him a couple of things if I had them. And I said, I have them and I know exactly where they are. You know, so
Yeah, good.
I just hope I can stay that way and keep my mind alive, you know?
No, it's that pays off. And my wife is organized. I've become more organized because I've lived with somebody and seen the benefit.
Yeah.
I was not organized, and now I'm much more organized than I was, and it pays off exponentially. It saves you a lot of time.
Yeah.
Or
David was,
gets you a lot of time.
when David was a kid, he was very disorganized. And when he was a sophomore in high school, he was elected the coordinator of the NALFT camp.
Mm.
Okay, so he inherited all these boxes of papers. And he spent that summer, it was after his sophomore year of high school. He spent that summer up in his room reorganizing everything. And he has never, ever been disorganized again.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He can do it now.
Yeah. That's very, I think it's a good lesson to learn. I'll share our today, which I think is good to say. It's everything has mixed emotions, I guess. But today was the last day that my kids are in part-time school at Lippman. I'm sure Phyllis, David, your kids will say the same. Although I guess they've been in full day anyway because they do the daycare afterwards. But
No, I go 2 Mondays and Wednesdays, I think, and that's it.
oh, okay. So now, so this is the first time in a year that our boys have been in and starting next week. Tomorrow they have teacher conferences, so they don't have school at all. But starting Monday, they are in school from 8:30 until 3:30, and that's like
Wow.
we used to take that for granted. I mean, there was actually like an unofficial party in the parking lot. It was a couple parents organized a little parking lot gathering this morning because today's the last day that we have to go pick them up at 11 o'clock.
Wow.
Which is just, I mean, we all feel very lucky that we're in scenarios that we're in, but at the same time, it's been definitely a whole new skill set that we've all had to adjust to having our kids home every day at 11 o'clock, and then getting them on their computers and having them do class and make sure they're not playing video games. So that's that all ends today, which is a year. It's striking it. It's just 1 week shy of a year. So we did not think that a year ago, but that's really good news for us. It is a huge sign in our life that life is getting back to more normal. And I was very comforted by Biden's announcement that he thinks we will all have access to the vaccine by May, and that Ohio is now 60 and above is open for Ohio. I watched the governor's news conference on Monday, and I thought it was a good one and optimistic in terms of the rollout and getting more vaccines to people and opening it up to these new groups, and it seems like most of our most vulnerable groups are getting covered now, finally. So that's really, cancer patients and others who and then people who are the high risk, for age reasons and other things. So I think that makes me I feel like I could take a big deep breath this week. So that was a good thing.
How is the thing going at Temple where they're offering to search for people for tests? or for,
I don't know what the results are, but I would say I know a lot of other communities are doing the same thing, and I think it helps because it is, as both of you know, I imagine from doing it yourself, there's a little bit of technology,
Mhm.
technological skill involved, and especially for people who are uncomfortable with the internet, going through and clicking on these things and putting in your personal information and setting up an appointment and not knowing if you got it, and what people, I don't know how both of you, I think Susan, you said you did it through the county, but
Hospital.
no, a
I did-
hospital.
I did
That's
not-
right. That's right. But I know for a lot of people, they're signing up like at 6 or 7 or 8 pharmacies and just waiting. So for somebody, this is my ignorant answer because I don't know the real answer. But I think for what I've learned from watching people get online this year for temple stuff is it was a lot for people, rightfully so, to sign on to our like one, Zoom link or Facebook link. So to go sign up at 8 different pharmacies is overwhelming for a lot of people. And that's how a lot of people were getting their shots, is they would sign up at multiple places and see which one called them first.
then you
So
hope cancel when they don't need them.
yeah.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
So
Yeah.
so I'm hopeful that I think it was great that people who are really comfortable with technology were saying, I can help sign you up at multiple places. I can help find that. Like, I know there, it's worth the good old Jewish rumor mill is super strong. So, somebody hears about, like I saw today, I think Terry or yesterday, Terry Siegel posted Walgreens in so-and-so has appointments. And it's like, everybody jumps on it. There was one time where I think we had a minion of people driving to Mansfield because the CVS in Mansfield or the Walgreens, whatever, had a bunch of somebody said, I see they've got like 10 slots open. They called all their friends. They all signed up, and the next day they went to Walgreens together. I mean, not together, but
They probably had lunch somewhere, maybe in the
yeah,
car.
that's right.
But
Yeah.
to a social event.
So I think I do think, and my mom in Atlanta, my parents in Atlanta have said the same thing, that it's, and I've heard from other rabbis in other states too, posting online that basically people are saying, I heard there's spaces in so-and-so, and then everybody rushes there, signs up, and then the next day they're all driving an hour to go get there.
Yeah.
Did you hear the one that Phoenix was open and had plenty, and they would vaccinate anybody who came there to get it?
I've heard rumors like that though.
Charter a plane, right? Everybody go to Phoenix.
Well, my mom said people were driving from Atlanta to Alabama because
Yeah.
which I don't know how that works, crossing state lines, and I don't know what the deal is, but the rumor was, and I guess it worked, was that there was excess vaccine in Alabama, so they drove across the state line a couple hours, they got their vaccines, and then they came back. What are you gonna do?
A few weeks later, they did it again.
Yeah, and then they do it. What
Yeah.
are they doing? They're sitting around. I mean, they're not going anywhere. So
Right, they're not doing anything.
all right. So I'll thank you it was nice to catch up.
Yeah.
So we've been using this book, Where Healing Resides. The Reform movement in the last 5 years, maybe a little longer, has been putting out these I would call them pamphlet books, which I think they're great actually, because what we're finding is people want and we have these at Temple if you ever want one, that people want a book they can put in their pocket or their purse, travel with, but back when that's normal again. And it's a series of prayers all on healing. So I'll share a few of them, and we'll take a moment to say any names that we want to say, and focus on people who are in need of true healing, and then we'll wrap up. God, we come before you with so many feelings. We've accomplished much and yet wanted more. Our acts have given love to others. Our words have given encouragement and comfort, and yet there are things that I wish I had been able to do, actions I wish I could have taken, words I wish I had spoken, some I wish I could take back. There are accomplishments I wanted to achieve but did not. I've apologized for hurts I've caused. I've forgiven others. Sometimes my feelings have been clear and sometimes they've been muddied. I pray that whatever the stirrings of my heart, they bring me closer to my true self, to my loved ones, and to you. For created by you, I seek to live ever more fully in your image, and I seek peace for myself, my loved ones, and all of those who are suffering. At this time, may my life be filled with warmth and wholeness, comfort and healing, as we say, Amen. A traditional Mishaberach, and then we'll share some names. Mishaberach Avotenu v'Imotenu Avraham Yitzhak v'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah Hu Yivarech v'Yirapeh et HaCholim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yamalei Rachamim Aleihem HaChlimam U'Rapotam U'Ha'Yitzikam U'Ha'Chawiyotam. May the one who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal all of those whom we know are suffering in these moments. And may God be filled with compassion for their health to be restored, their strength to be revived if possible. And may God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit. You can share any names that you would like to mention. You can share them out loud, or there's also the sense of sometimes people want privacy. You can share, just take a moment. So I don't know, Susan, if you have any names you want to share.
Yeah, I have a few, Rich Swirsky and Laura Hood and a personal friend, Tom Heinrich, and my ex-husband, Sam, could use help. So
Yeah. Phyllis?
Yeah, I have two. Tiffany Wolf, that's Karen Blank's daughter-in-law.
Oh, yeah. Is she
She's
not
had-
doing well?
I don't think so. She's
Yeah.
usually very open on Facebook and tells you everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And she said they're going on a beach vacation to make memories.
Mm,
And somebody started a GoFundMe and said they would like to take a vacation while she can still travel.
oh, that's
oh,
She's 40 years old
ugh.
and
It's tough.
has 12-year-old twin sons. And the other one is, his name is Jeff Waugh, and he is my nephew's father-in-law. And just this week, he got COVID and he's in the
Really?
hospital in Columbus.
Mm.
Yeah. I think he's 70.
Wow. Waugh, how do you spell Waugh?
Waugh.
He's not related to anybody in Omaha, Nebraska, is he?
I don't know.
There was a well-known dance teacher in Omaha, Nebraska, with the last name Waugh, who unfortunately passed away early, but she was at the JCC. So anyway, it's a unique Jewish name, so I thought maybe.
No, this one's not.
Oh, not Jewish. Okay, well, who knows? So you'll bear with me as I'll share what is the first Misha Barak I shared is the traditional Misha Barak, which is in the midst of our service in the morning usually, but the one that's traditional for us, of course, is Debbie Friedman's. If you'd like, I would say the best thing to do is if you want to sing with me is to mute yourself and sing with me, because otherwise Zoom gets all confused. So prayers that all of those people were thinking about have their best days as possible, and if time with their family is what they're looking for, we hope that they have strength to do that. Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Limotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. I'll share two last prayers. One focusing on the love in the world, which sometimes we underestimate, and often I found something I hope we're able to get going. Is I found it's not that old, but it was from prior to my time. Little cards that we would send people when somebody said a Misha Berach for you. I'm not sure how we did it, but I found the card, so it was clearly sent at some point. But I mention it because when we share Misha Berach, it's our way of reminding people that we love them, and that in itself is strength building. So we'll share a prayer for a reminder of how we're loved, and a prayer for all of those who don't love those who are ill, but help them anyway, because they're doctors and nurses and medical professionals, and they reach out and give strength and heal those that they don't know. We are loved by an unending love. We are embraced by arms that find us even when we are hidden from ourselves. We are touched by fingers that soothe us even when we are too proud for soothing. We are counseled by voices that guide us even when we are too embittered to hear. We are loved by an unending love. We are supported by hands that uplift us even in the midst of a fall, and we are urged on by eyes that meet us even when we are too weak for meeting. We are loved by an unending love, embraced, touched, soothed, and counseled. Ours are the arms, the fingers, the voices. Ours are the hands, the eyes, the smiles. We are loved by an unending love. Prayer for those who reach out to help those whom they don't know personally. Let me find the right one here. May the one who blessed and led our forebears give countenance unto those who provide help for the ill and troubled among us. May they be filled with fortitude and courage, endowed with sympathy and compassion, as they give strength to those at their side. May they fight against despair and continue to find within themselves the will to reach out to those in need. And in their love of others, may they feel the blessing of community and the blessing of renewed faith. Amen. We hope all those who are suffering, that their suffering is lessened, and hopefully that they're strengthened and able to do what they want to do. So thank you all for sharing those names. We'll reach out to those that we know and hope that they get better.
Thanks.
Thank-
All right.
See everybody.
See you all soon. Phyllis, we'll see you when your hard drive is renewed.
I up later today.
Great.
Good luck.
All right. All right. Early
Thanks.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Yes, to you too.
All right. Great.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.